Yo, 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 what is up, my peeps? It's your main man, Cop here. We are back with another awesome stream for you. How's everybody doing today? I know I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well. Let's have us a fun mount farming stream, shall we? So let's get started. We'll bring up the stream. We'll bring up the chat. We'll bring up the game. We'll bring up a food buff so I don't have that annoying piece of cheese on my screen. And let's get to it.
It's not tragic to die.
Friend, what is it you wish? You have done nothing! I will tear your world apart!
Ran, what's up, buddy?
Charge you with arcane energy to blast your foes!
I will cleanse whatever corruption I can. My fire will not harm you.
I will bring you closer to the end. Seek safety there when the fight becomes
Destroyer, the end of all things. Inevitable, indomitable. I am the cataclysm.
We are one step closer. The
Yep.
unknown.
He already had his back rub, so I figured it was time for his manicure.
I now key unto the dragon's soul.
Yo, Frog, what's up, buddy? Been pretty decent. I just started the mount farming stream, so let's hope it goes really good as I summon the power of the frog toad, the blood of the bee bear, and the loa of waggle. You will drop your mount, Kamehameha! None of those are a mount. Curses foiled again. Yeah. I think the Kamehameha is what was missing from the old chant. So.
I have many wares.
Next time, for sure. I'll get you next time, Gadget. Next time. How's it going, J-Storm? Thanks. Appreciate it. Got to get something. I don't know, Ren. What is the best way to move a car? Drive it, I would assume. I mean, one would assume that's the best way to move a car, is to drive it somewhere. Ren, I rarely say this, but I think that one fell flat for me. It didn't work. Kind of like this Phillips head, fell flat. Oh, I was unaware that that was a theft term. I gotta go watch Gone in 60 Seconds again. I gotta get up on all this car thief lingo that's gonna come up in my streams. Yeah, no, you know what, Ren? I prefer not to lose my ability to stream, but by illegally broadcasting a movie I have no rights to. Besides, we know the real reason behind that joke, Ren. You're once again trying to imply that I'm some kind of time traveler who runs around with a sonic screwdriver and stuff, just because of that thing on Steam that said I bought a game from them in 1969. Hey, Brandon. Not much, buddy. What's up with you? Hey, Cider. How's it going, buddy? Nice. Get them enchants farmed up, buddy. Oh dear. I've got that song from the start of Gone in 60 Seconds stuck in my head now. Nice. 3 of 8 mythic. That is awesome. We're at 2 of 8 mythic ourselves, so. But we only raid 2 nights a week too, so.
Arise and forever be known as Sorrow Grave.
I'm telling you right now, that Blackwater Behemoth is going down next week. We're very close to it.
My imagining, I am yours to command, my king.
Your first test awaits you. Destroy our uninvited guests.
Nice.
I will be happy to slaughter them in your name.
Look alive, my brothers!
Come,
The feast for the
enemies
ones
of
that
the
bring me their heads!
I will show you the might of the great.
You should come teach us how to one-shot Blackwater.
You motherless knaves! Your corpses will make fine morsels! An attack! I'll show!
Nice. I have to do something weeboo now, Ren. I have to Kamehameha! Give me your mount! That didn't work. You never know. Depends on how long it takes you to farm that leather, Brandon. It's interesting because skinning is going to be quite lucrative when you're leveling up in vanilla WoW, because what you'll do is essentially just sell everything to the vendor.
As many lucky tools you like.
Well, skinning is good while you're leveling, right? Because you can... It's easy to do, it's quick. You naturally kill a lot of things that you can skin. And, like I said, you just sell whatever you skin directly to... I don't feel like actually flying there today. We'll take the flight path. And you just sell it to whatever vendor. You don't actually do anything with it. So... skinning's probably pretty good while you're leveling, and then you can always go back and level up another gathering profession if you want to switch from that later. Right? So, I mean, if you want to go engineering later, you can always go and get it, drop skinning and get mining. Hey there, Don Machiavelli. How's it going, buddy? Thanks for dropping by. I know that's probably what I'm going to be doing is, while I'm leveling my warlock, I'll take skinning and either mining or herbalism, something like that, and just use the stuff that I skin as vendor trash and make some money that way. Good, Donna Machiavelli. Glad to hear. Ooh, a CRT monitor. Those are rare now. Yeah, but the nice thing about Classic Cider is that the leather's not really going to be worth a lot because leather working's not really very popular. And most leather workers will already have skinning themselves anyway and would rather farm the materials themselves. So... you're not really going to sell the leather for very much in the auction house. And it vendors for a decent amount, so it's worth it to actually vendor the stuff that you get from skinning, right? Especially, like I say, only one profession uses stuff from skinning, so it's a very niche thing. Outside of one or two things, right? But I'm kind of torn. I almost kind of want to go alchemy in Classic because I've been enjoying alchemy so much in the live game that I'd enjoy seeing a classic version of it, I think, but I also hear about how overpowered engineering can be as well. Then again, I'm not really going to be PvPing, so... what I might just do is at the end of the day, is do tailoring enchanting. It's a good combination for a caster. Actually, will they though, Don Machiavelli? Because there's not going to be a lot of gold in game to start with, right? Like to start with, nobody's going to have any gold. You're not going to be able to sell anything for, a high amount for months and months and months. Because people just won't have the gold. That gold just will not exist in the economy, right? It might be a couple of years before there's enough actual gold in the economy to rise to the auction house prices that were there in Live Classic. I mean, people are going to be better at farming gold. But at launch, you're not going to make anything on the auction house. And if you're looking for a profession to do while you're leveling, that's why I say skinning, right? And just vendor the stuff, because it doesn't matter. Right? Nobody's going to have enough gold to buy it on the auction house for a decent price anyway. So... Oh, that's very expensive for a BC. But it is a purple. Stamina dodge. Unfortunately, I only get purple drops in raid when I'm farming old raids. And they're always bind on pickup. Of course, after what happened on Tuesday, I suppose I deserve that. Yeah. I don't know. I don't do LFR if I can help it at all, Don Machiavelli. It's not a snobbish thing. It's just there's so much to do. I just don't have time to do LFR. Because I have a raid spot. So on a guild that's progressing through Mythic, I don't need to do LFR, and I honestly don't have the time. So much other stuff to do. I probably would, you know, if I wasn't a streamer, I probably would do LFR and stuff, just for something to do.
Power. My people are addicted to it. But the vengeance may manifest
Yeah.
after the Sunwell was destroyed. Well,
I get that for sure.
future. The pity you're too late to stop it. No one can stop me now.
I do so much. I spend so much time lately doing things to prep for my streams. I spent like 4 hours today doing stuff that would make this stream a little bit more streamlined, like
4, 3, 2, 1.
clearing Dragon Soul until the one boss that I have
4, 3, 2, 1.
that I need the mount from, so that we could just run in there and do that boss.
4, 3,
I did that on actually a few raids.
1.
As you see, I have many weapons in my arsenal.
Lawrence, absolutely. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. That's what we do on Fridays here on the channel, is we farm old mounts. Yeah, I've never gotten it either, hence why I'm doing it, but yeah, for sure. Yeah, raids are where purples drop, Don. You can do it, Cider. I believe.
Perhaps I underestimated you. It would be unfair to make you fight all 4 advisors at once, but fair treatment was never shown to my people.
2,
Who just returned
1.
the favor. Sometimes one mistake.
Alamor, I have not come this far to be stopped. The future I have planned will not be jeopardized. Now you will taste true power.
The nice thing is, this is the last one I need from BC raids and dungeons, so if this drops, we can cut out a whole leg of our mount farming stream. You know, if all you do all day long is farm AP, sure, you could have gotten it to max by now.
3, 2, 1.
I don't like that flex cider. And now, hey Elias, how's it going, buddy? By the power of the frog toad and the might of the bee bear, we summon the Loa of the waggle. Give us your mount, Kamehameha. Next time in Dragon Ball Z, Cop gets the mount. Or not. Curses. Foiled again. Yep, jail. Next 1 to 120 stream is in September. Don't hurt me no more. Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me
For a friend of
no more.
him like you.
Elias, that one that we did on the monk was what? Around just under 60, I believe. And the one that we did not on the monk was... No, the one on the monk was 55. Yeah, it was 55. And the one we did with... what do we call it? Tainted Light, I think is what we called it. The one with the paladin that changed to a Death Knight took me 70. Speaking of the 1 to 120, just so everybody knows, it's likely going to be Thursday the 5th that we'll do it. And this one is called, what are we going to call it? What is it that we called it one? I forget what I was going to call this one. And then I clicked on the portal instead of... I was thinking about the 1 to 120, that's why.
Strength.
We'll call it like Tainted Blood or something like that. Yeah, because what we're going to do is we're going to do a rogue that at level 98 decides to join Illidan and become a demon hunter. And then we'll do Demon Hunter from 98 to 120. Maybe Spencer. I had a whole name for it because I'm pretty sure originally I was going to call it Tainted Blood, and something else. It was like Faded Light was the Paladin, the DK one. No, Elias, it'll wind up being two different toons. Same as our Paladin to Death Knight one was. Going good, Jeff. Going good. We haven't gotten any mounts yet, but it's going good. Yeah, I can never remember what we called the Paladin and the DK one, so I always wind up calling it Tainted Light. I was trying out Vengeance on the stream yesterday, and it was nice. Like I couldn't die. Like I literally could not die. It was too tanky, but we might try that. Well, thanks, Cider. I've actually one of our guys in my guild. One of the two tanks that we have for raid is actually a Demon Hunter, so I'll probably wind up tapping his head to find out how to do it proper. Nice, Jeff. That's awesome, buddy. Good job. Grats on that. Oh, there's a giant turtle over there. I never noticed that before. Oh! Curse you and your boulders, troll. Well, you know, everybody's body's different, right? Hey there, Bloodlord Mandakir. Do you have a mount for me today? He's trying to troll me. Yes, I get it. Try it without the Kamehameha. Nope, nothing. Wait, what am I in combat with? I don't think I'm in combat with anything. Maybe I'm in combat with this. I mean, I'm a monk. You would think I would be able to outpace anything. I'm still in combat, like... This is getting silly. Jeff, that big troll that throws rocks at you. That's what Cider was saying is trolling me. Because he's a troll. I can't believe I've run all this way, and I'm still in combat. Why you slow my stream down, Blizzard? Ah, no worries, Jeff, no worries. Still in combat. Yep. Hey there, High Priestess. Do you have a mount for me?
This body is useless.
No. Spencer, time walking will be tomorrow, because tomorrow's Saturday.
Now you will feel my wrath.
So we'll do time walking on the Horde and Alliance side tomorrow. Probably be tomorrow afternoon, because we've got the Link to the Past to do a stream of on the Let's Play channel. I'm still in combat. Oh, that would be awesome, Cider. That would be very awesome. Yeah, they're not bad, but I mean, I've seen them go sideways. If you get a group that legitimately has never done them before. There's no way. You're telling me. Those two were still in combat with me from when I ran over them at the start of the instance. That's dedication. I mean, really.
I have many, many wares.
Exactly. We're trolls. We see through everything.
Friend of the Grummels.
It blows my mind. I mean, technically, I mean, I'm what? 35 levels higher than them? They should lose interest in me rather quickly. That was some dedication. I mean, that was some fierce next level dedication. Yeah. We're gonna get him. I swear we'll get him. That was indeed fierce next level dedication. Oops. Every time I go to close the map on a stream, I accidentally enlarge it. I swear, one of these days, I'm going to do it on stream. I'm going to lift the curse of Karazhan one of these days. Do you know, to this day, I still have yet to complete Karazhan? Like old Karazhan? It's the only thing in BC I haven't done. Because when we tried to do it, and we tried on stream, we destroyed the game. Like, I could never get past the chess event, right? And we had a couple of people from the stream at the time come in, and they were going to help me. I'm stuck in combat again. With nothing. Because nothing aggroed to me other than the boss. Probably 0.01. I think it's really rare. So I couldn't get... I've never been able to get chess event down on my own. So a couple people from the stream were like, no worries, Cop. We'll come and help you do it. We can get this chess event down, no problem. It's easy. Yeah. It wasn't. I'm pretty sure there was either 2 or 3 of us that were in the... that were actually in the chess event, and we couldn't get it, and it kept, because it kept glitching.
I think it wise to divide our efforts. I'll work to circumvent the tower's magic.
Well, I appreciate that, guys. Maybe we'll do that one of these days, when we're doing a mount farming stream. We'll organize it and stuff. But seriously, yeah, we had people. This dude told me, "Oh, I used to solo it all the time. It's not a problem. We'll get it for sure. It'll take 5 minutes. It'll be easy, Cop. Don't even worry about it." Like 45 minutes later, after the game had glitched like 10 times, he was like, "Nope, this just isn't happening." It's like, I don't know what you did to take Blizzard off. He said, but you're cursed, man. You're cursed. Like, he was getting DC'd and I was getting DC'd, and I was falling through the floor at one point. We had essentially glitched the Karazhan so bad that I had to stop the stream. The game was crashing. At least that's how I remember it happening. It was really, really bad. I'll have to look it up and find it and make a clip of it. I wouldn't call DKs weak, Elias. They're really, really strong.
Two lovers
One of the top 2 tanks around.
Divided by generations of enmity, they are brought together by passion for dance and violence.
And the larger their health pool, the stronger they get.
The song of their love rumbles across the fields. Will it end in triumph or tragedy? And now, on with the show.
Ah, okay. I was thinking of blood DKs. Aren't unholy DKs the best DPSers of the 3 though? Like they're really popular for DPS right now.
You're not thinking of someone else. I'm just gonna play it cool. It's you and me against the world, baby. I'll never stop saying. Yeah.
And I never left combat from the boss fight. I just watch Romeo and Juliet. It's the same story. I mean, literally, it's always been billed as a modern retelling of Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet.
So for quite some time, perhaps a feast to his spirit.
Not that that's a bad thing. I've always heard it's a really good story. Yeah, absolutely, Stonegaze. Wow. Cannot wait until this becomes it becomes personal loot instead of legacy loot instead of current. It's just silly that it isn't already. And next, what is next? Next, we have world bosses in Pandaria. Well, I mean, there's an old, saying where people say, there's 7 basic stories, and everything else is just a retelling of those 7 basic stories.
Many farewells.
I don't know that I believe that personally. I think there's a lot more to it than that, but I think you can distill any story down like that and probably get to 7 basic stories, but I don't think it rightfully encapsulates the whole of a story to distill it down that far.
Welcome. Travel safe.
Good. I logged on for like 2 minutes, Stone Gaze. There were so many people there. I actually thought about doing that yesterday instead of the normal alt leveling stream. But there was just too many people. Like you couldn't possibly get anything done. It's the same reason why I'm probably not going to play Classic the first week or two that it's available. I gotta let the crowd. Yeah, but I think the fundamentals are too general to be valid, Frog. What I'm saying is once you get down to you distill everything down to that, you're no longer talking about the same story anymore. Like, it's too general to be a proper description is kind of what I'm getting at. Raiding Kalimdor. Nice. Oh, sure, but I mean, what they're talking about when they say 7 basic stories is one of them is boy meets girl. Wow, that doesn't actually describe any story, you know. It's far too general to be useful. Yep. Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm getting at, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, I think really at the end of the day, you have to be more descriptive than that to properly kind of encapsulate a story. Well, if my world boss timers is right, we might be just in time to loot and pillage. Exactly. Not a lot, Jeff. We've found no mounts yet. We're on to the Pandaria world bosses, and we're talking about literary structure. And the concept that all stories are at the very least derivative from 7 basic plot lines. essentially. Yep. Well, yeah, don't get me wrong. I tend to think that there is definitely a case to be made for archetypes in storytelling, and that it's very hard to tell a unique story. But I still think that unique stories can be told. It's kind of what I'm getting at, right? I said this in 1984, and hardly anybody believed me back then because I was 10 years old. Star Wars is not a story about Luke Skywalker. It's a story about Darth Vader. It's always been about Darth Vader. It's about his journey from villain to redemption. And really, the prequels have borne that out because we got to see his journey from hero to villain. And then the sequels, we're getting to see his legacy. And I really think when you wrap it up all like that, you're actually seeing more of a story about Darth Vader than any other character. Yep, and that's just it. Like, try to be unique and try to tell a story that's uniquely yours. Oh, well, if my Galleon timer apparently wasn't correct because it hasn't spawned yet and got knocked to the bottom. Loot and pillage. I don't know if this works for any of the BFA bosses. It's meant for bosses that you have on farm, right? Like, because a lot of the current, quote unquote, current world bosses will have timers of like 3 or 4 days or a week. Whereas stuff from Pandaria all has a 15 to 20 minute timer, right? Because they die so quickly that they have to make the timer that quick in order to make it fair for people. So that they actually can be farmed. Yep. Well, and I mean, that's kind of just how I saw it watching it as a kid. You know, by the time Empire was over, I had started to kind of form that in the back of my mind. And by the time Jedi was done, I was like, yeah, that's what this whole story was about. It was about Vader. I've always had this real love of a story that tells of a kind of either a tainted hero or a villain that gets redeemed into a hero, right? This is why Final Fantasy IV is one of my favorite Final Fantasies, which we'll get to on the Let's Play channel eventually too, by the way. Which is really why I want to see Wrath of the Lich King get the same kind of treatment that Burning Crusade got, in that it gets the second half of the story told. I'd really love to see Arthas get a redemption. Say Frog, exactly. Just, he needs it because at the end of the day, I can pretty much justify almost everything Arthas did. right up until when he took Frostmourne. And even that I can almost justify. Because I don't think he knew it was going to, quote-unquote, kill Muradin. Which it didn't, of course. Nice, Jeff. Absolutely. Good characters all. But I always kind of leaned towards Vader. I always wanted to know more about him. I agree, Frog. It feels incomplete, like there's more to what needs to be told about Arthas. Like that whole thing at Stratholme. Uther was wrong. Arthas was right. If there was no way to cure those people, and there was an active army being created to invade all of Lordaeron and all of the Eastern Kingdoms by what we later found out was a demon lord, Arthas was right to do what he did in Stratholme. There's a reason that we have quarantines for viruses and stuff. You know, we still try and find a cure for them, but we cordon them off so it doesn't. Yeah. Yeah, you had to do something. With the level of medical knowledge that they had, the knowledge that the light wouldn't heal these people, he had to do it. He had no choice. He had to save the rest of humanity, and that's essentially what he was doing, but you're right. To Uther, Arthas was definitely wrong. My biggest thing there is, I also think Jaina was wrong to turn her back on Arthas. I'd love to see, and I know there are alt stories out there, alt universe stories where other people became the Lich King, but I'd love to see one where Jaina doesn't turn her back on Arthas and goes with him to Northrend and tempers what Arthas does in Northrend, so he, we get to see what would have become of him if he hadn't lost her right when he did. Because I think he might not have become the Lich King. Yeah, no, I have trouble with it myself too, Frog, but that's one I wouldn't mind seeing. Yeah. Muradin couldn't stop Arthas from picking up Frostmourne. There's just no way he could have. But Jaina might have been able to, especially if she had stuck by him when Uther had left like that. Yeah, Jeff, absolutely. The government used the plague breakout as a model for an actual plague breakout and how it would spread. There's a lot of actually really good articles on it. Yes, Ren, I will make sure to loot the Vorps. It has to spawn sooner or later. I mean, we're 7.5 minutes into the second timer, so it has to spawn sooner or later. Which book was that, Elias? I must have missed something. I should do this now. So I have it. Oh, Arthas, Rise of the Lich King? Oh, that is an amazing, amazing book. Absolutely amazing. And today is International Book Day. I cannot stress this enough. Find a book you guys liked sometime today and just sit down and read it. And, send a tweet to the author and thank him for the book, because it is International Book Day, and I love books. So that's my recommendation for you guys to do something time tonight. I know I'm going to do it tonight. The book I'm going to do tonight is called Wizard's First Rule, and it's by Terry Goodkind. It's one of my favorite fantasy novels, and I'm gonna tear right through it, and I might even grab a Warcraft novel like Rise of the Lich King as well, because no, that's true, Frog. But you could always send a tweet to, say, your favorite Warcraft novelist and thank them for their work. I know Christy Golden is quite active on Twitter. No mount. Let's go beat up on Undasta. Ah, good, Jeff. Good. No soup for me, even though I looted the Vorps.
Greetings.
Oh, not Undasta yet. It's the Shaw of Anger first. But yeah. Oopsies, I meant to click in the search bar. If you guys are looking for a good book to read, here's a really good one. It's not a Warcraft book, but it is a really good one. That's the one I'm going to be reading tonight for sure. It's a more mature fantasy novel than a lot of the ones I see out there. Well, oh, I thought that was the Shaw of Anger yelling. I was scared there for a second that I had just missed the Shaw of Anger. You know, I really need some good food tonight to eat while I'm reading. Crap. I screwed up my chat again because I wasn't in the the Warcraft game when I clicked the button, and it shrank all my chat. I can't read it, it's too small now. I'll have to reload it. Hang on. I'm reloading chat. go. Chat's nice and reloaded. And I'm stuck in combat again. Which one are you? Oh, that's why he's wearing the ring of the Lost Mariner. That's why his mount looks all ghosty and stuff. Maybe, while I'm waiting for Shaw, maybe I should order some food for tonight. A beautiful thing. Oh yeah, trust me, Elias, it's cheaper than in Canada, too. I'm seriously considering getting some McDonald's. Don't judge me. Don't judge me! No, don't judge me. This is a judgment-free zone. Please, Cider, don't judge me. I'm considering spending some money and getting a meal at McDonald's delivered for supper tonight, Punky. And welcome, Punky, and hello to you as well, Thomas. Yeah, I know. Well, and it's National Book Day, too. So I want something nice and tasty. And honestly, if I had my druthers, I'd actually get Taco Bell. But there are no Taco Bells anywhere close to me. And you can't get Taco Bell delivered in this town. It's a crime. I'm telling you. It's a downright crime. It is National Book Day, Punky. I said earlier, I heartily recommend this for everybody, is to just sit down and curl up with a good book tonight, and when you're done, just tweet their favorite author and thank them for all their hard work and all the entertainment and joy they bring into our lives. Well, what level are you, Elias? That doesn't sound like very threatening of a bat to me. But then again, I have 300k HP. That would be a little bit more threatening. I would wait until I'm at least 115 to tackle something like that. Pardon me. Maybe some Dairy Queen. Well, if it's a Legion quest... Oh, you don't have BFA, do you? If it's a Legion quest, it won't level up with you, Elias. I promise you it will not level up with you. If it's a Legion quest. Because I'm a monk, and my mastery as a monk, see if I can actually bring it up here. My mastery as a monk is called Combo Strikes. Abilities deal 30% more damage when they are not a repeat of the last ability. So you want to use something different every single strike. I'll explain more in a second. I've got to kill this and loot its Vorps. I wasn't using something different everything. You know. So, since I was using the same damaging ability twice in a row, my weak aura tweeted at me and said, "You're an idiot for using the same thing twice in a row." He's starting to go down really quick. No mount. Yeah, it's just a little thing to remind you, oops, you broke your mastery.
What's your lucky do?
Monks are a little different that way. Our mastery is actually as something active that we can actually break. Like most classes, it's not. Most classes, it's just, it happens. Now, If I was really super duper good at never breaking my mastery, I would have this level 90 ability. Which is essentially another form of the same mastery. Each successive attack that triggers combo strikes in a row grants 1% increased damage up to 6 times, which would mean that as long as I didn't repeat myself, I would always have an extra 6% damage. Yeah, I really like a Monk's Mastery. I really do. So, I mean, I could have almost 40% increased damage if I wasn't breaking Mastery and I had hit combo up, like 36.5%. If I really leaned into my Mastery, stat-wise, it would probably go up. But it's actually recommended that your Mastery and your crit are the same percentage value to maximize your damage. And that your haste is no more than 10%. So as you see, my haste is 10%, my mastery and my crit are almost the same. My crit's a little bit higher. I'd love to see my eye level go up a bit, but right now, my trinkets are holding my eye level back. Because, first off, this is the best in slot. Because it's got the cyclotronic beam that it casts is the most damaging ability a monk can have. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Punky. You not break something? That's impossible. So, I had... unfortunately, until I can get into Mythic Plus Mechagon, that particular trinket is always going to be a lower eye level than the current, like raid trinkets and stuff.
I have many lucky doos you like.
And this other trinket, like I've never gotten a raid trinket out of Eternal Palace. And this eye level 400 trinket is actually almost as good as my alchemy trinket. And the reason I'm using it instead of my alchemy trinket is Metro told me the alchemy trinket's actually a little worse at the end of the day. While I wish you were where I was, Elias, you could come and use my transmogger on my mount. It looks like the horde. There are some horde rogues playing tricks on you guys. There's nobody else here. I must have just missed Undasta. No mount. I don't think that should be happening, Elias. The only thing I can think of is maybe some horde snuck into your city and Well, he's an NPC. I mean, he can be killed. That would probably be who killed him then. And I think he's probably just messing with you guys. I can't find anything that really appeals to me for delivery. He's an NPC. It'll be like 15 minutes at most. Wow, that's nice. That's about what Metro's got, I think, before he's buffed. Oh. Like I said, that's about Metro without it getting buffed. Oh, there you go. No doubt, eh, Spencer? No doubt. I have legit seen Metro's hit points hit 800. K. Like, when he gets every single buff that's possible, it's ridiculous how much HP he's got. Well, and the thing is, Spencer, the way that they framed it, they're planning on crunching the numbers like that every 2 expansions. Sounds good, Jeff. Have a great night. Enjoy your time with family. It's very precious. We'll see you next time. Well, I've already got my Nalak button up. I am bored of thunder. Oops. Crap. I let go of the shift button. Yeah, that sounds about right, Cider. Like I said, that's about what Metro's got. And I think he's getting close to, if not a little bit over 440. So I mean, his death strikes heal huge. He's actually competing with our healers. Put it to you that way, in raid. Yeah, he does that too. He's usually beating me, if not very close. I've said before, and I'll say it again, Metro is one of the most talented World of Warcraft players I've ever seen. No, we don't know that Don Machiavelli at all. It's highly assumed that, but we don't know that for certain. I could see that. Gosh, I hope I haven't missed Nalak. Well, if my timer's correct, it's sometime between now and the next 4 minutes. Mr. Raptor, not yet. No mount. Now we go. First of all, we set the raid difficulty back to heroic. And heroic 25. And now we go and go after big old dino. And because I can't stand to see a big thing of cheese on my screen, oh, Throne of Thunder? Yeah, let's get some good pieces in it for sure. Very nice. Very nice cider.
I have many, many wares. May your feet find good trails.
Tatanda King comes. Oh, Zandalari trolls. You're always such a source of good humor. Come here, Hordon.
To the rebirth of the Zondalari Empire. The tribes have assembled. They face not one force, but the combined might of all the Troll Empire. The hand of Zul will span all the continents of Azeroth once again. And the lesser races will know pain.
I can't believe we ever trusted Zul.
Now witness the true might of the Beast War. The color the Chuka Horadon. Kalamuste. Now it be mine.
Oh yes! Oh yes! Oh yes! Never coming to the throne of thunder again, boys and girls. Da 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 da. Yes. 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 Thank you. It's like a 1% drop. It really is. Thanks, Squishy. I'm glad that you enjoy that. Like I said, I'm trying to keep this channel strictly Warcraft.
Many deals for a friend.
2.66.
Like you.
Nice. Very nice. Whew. What's next? What's next in our run? Ah, yes. Okay.
Good fortune to
Well,
our
first, we're going to
friends.
mount this. I'm going to go to the toy box. And we're going to find the beacon. The Sunreaver's beacon. Because our next mount that we're going to try and farm is going to come off of a Garrosh himself. Spawn a horde on. Nice. Well, you know, Midna, all stream long, we've been praying to the Loa of the Waggle. It hasn't gotten us anything till you log on. That's a gorgeous mount. That is a gorgeous mount. See, this is what I'm saying.
Watchers on the wall.
Let's go get Garrosh now. Whew. Yes. Yeah, those weren't Belf heads. They're high elf heads. I just cast a spell to make it look like they were Belfs. Belf eyes. Pretty small. Finally free of TOT. You betcha, Spencer. Thank you. Whew. My heart's just pounding. I mean, that's it. Now I have to order some food to celebrate. That's as good an excuse as any, right? Yes, a dino-themed meal. I swear I cleaned out this entire hallway. Darn mobs respawning. I mean, this would be a... I mean, it's already an epic stream because we got a mount. This would be the most epic of epic streams if we got more than one mount. Hey, Garrosh. Garrosh.
I, Garrosh, son of Groth, will show you what it means to be calling hatred, fear. They are weapons of war, the tools of a warchief. This, I can see it now. I can see the future of this world. A world ruled by the Horde. My Horde. The heart will be your...
You know what Garrosh did wrong? What really he did wrong was not necessarily what happened in Theramore, because you know, he gave the civilians time to escape. He chose it as a military target, all that kind of stuff. But what Garrosh did wrong was he found the Heart of Yasharj and he tried to use it. Hey Midna, yeah, I'm doing classic. I'm gonna be a warlock in classic. And I'm going to be on the Alliance side. He was corrupted by the Shah, but we basically kicked the Shah out of him. You gonna let me attack their game? Essentially, we beat the Shah out of him. No mount.
Any lucky doos you like?
What's next? What's next on our list? Next we go to Draenor. We can't beat a mount out of one orc. Maybe we'll beat a mount out of another orc. Good luck, Elias. I hope you get invincible. I hope you can see him if you get him.
Where are we going today, Grandmaster?
We're trying to get our second mount in one stream today there, Banlu. Trying to beat a mount out of an orc. Ah, nah. That was a fine invincible pun. Time tested and well used. Coming for you, Black Hand. I'm coming for you. The last couple times I've done this, I'm able to hit him with enough deeps that he dies before we even go down to the second floor.
I will put you in your place.
This is important because then I don't have to teleport out of here.
Open the flumes. Flood the room with molten slag. Beware.
Crap. No mount. That cyclotronic just takes too long to build up. I should have just used my two cooldowns. He'd have been dead.
I have many wares.
At least there's a portal to Ashran right here. Somewhere. Olazar, Azuna, Ashran.
How you doing, man? Okay. Let's go and kill Archimond.
Hey, High Lord, how's it going, buddy? Hurry up, make that portal, mages.
This entire citadel seethes with Gul'dan's corruption. A second portal is nearby. Keep his demons at bay while I break the seals and attune the portal to his location.
Think it's your end, because I haven't noticed any 90s level bad graphics on my end. You betcha, High Lord, you betcha. We did in fact get the spawn of Horadon. We're never going into the Throne of Thunder again.
You have foolishly rushed to your end. The echoes of resound across this wretched world.
The light
Look
will
upon
not.
the endless eye and the defiant lord of the burning legion. This world will feel my
What do you mean 7 of 13 bosses defeated? What the? Disappeared before I could loot him. He disappeared before I could loot him. Hey, generic. That's not cool. That's not cool at all.
Many deals for a friend of the Grumbles. Like you.
You're darn right I have mail from the postmaster, you. I better have mail from the postmaster.
Many farewells.
I'd never seen that before. Like, I killed him within a few seconds, and he... Because he ported me to another realm, I guess? That's odd. I've done that fight a number of times, and he's never despawned before I could loot him before. Whew, okay. That's okay? It's all okay. It's all okay. You know why it's all okay? Because we got the spawn of Horadon. That's right.
strength and honor.
You know what? I ain't gonna wait. Surely there's a mailbox around here somewhere. Sword, sword, leather armor, plate, leather. Yeah. That is indeed sad.
What do you need?
Okay, now we're going to Axfall. Hey, Jonathan B. Not really. It's only 4 p.m. Well, for me. Now, let's see if I can find that spire without... Yeah, I mean, I do my raid stuff usually starts around around an hour from now. So when I do my raid stuff on Tuesday and Wednesday, so I'm on all the time. I am definitely going to play Classic. pretty much decided I'm going to be a warlock, which means, and since I have to be Alliance, because my buddy Metro is going to be Alliance, I think means I'm going to have to be a gnome. The racial is just too strong for warlocks. It won't be changed at all. It'll be very, very accurate. Like, it's insanely accurate. Oh yeah, in a single. That's why rogues were so good, is because you could, in a single stun rotation, you could kill people. Yep. It was, oh yeah, I love Paladins in BC. That's what I used to do too. I'd finish, I'd start and I'd finish Ghostlands before I was done. I was never much for PvP myself, Jonathan, but you know, teach his or her own. I was always more about the stories being told, you know? The stories and the quest zones, all that kind of stuff. There's some of those that have gone away that I can't wait to get back. I am addicted to the lore, I can admit it. There's a lot of people here. I might not get a tag. I might do everything right and still not get a tag. According to my little thingamabobber here, we've got under 4 minutes. Yeah, it's going to be fun. And we can go do some Legion content. And we can call it a stream. Yeah, I love the stories being told. You get stuff like the story in Darrowshire. You get stuff like Ghostlands is another really good set of stories. Like, just some really good classic stories there. I really liked the Thousand Needles story. And the continuation of it in... No mount, but at least they got the tag. The continuation of the Thousand Needles story in Legion or in Kata was just perfect. It was it was everything I wanted it to be. That's why Thousand Needles is one of my favorite zones in both pre-Kata and post. Can't wait to do it again.
Good fortune to our friends.
See if we can't get a boss in Raid Finder. Or can't get a mount in Raid Finder. feel like I probably do this on normal and heroic too. We might try that before we call it a night too.
Yes, let them come. Their bodies will fuel the flames of their burning world. Fall back!
We've got the keys to just skip everything in Nighthold on normal and heroic. And I'm not going to do Nighthold Mythic because I don't think I have that down yet. To where it's easy. Farmable content. We might come back after we go and do the Nighthold and do this place on normal and heroic too. 3, 2, 1... That was darn sloppy. Darn sloppy. I could do that a lot better.
I sealed each level of this temple so that no invader could descend into its depths. I never anticipated that the Legion would find another way to breach its dark heart. My protective forms now bar your way. Each seal can only be opened with one of the pillars of creation. Be warned, the demons will stop at nothing to prevent your advance.
Just as our blessed queen foresaw. Slay the intruders. Take back what is ours.
Indeed, it is time to smash, Harjatan.
Useless beast. Why the queen was fond of him, I'll never know.
But yeah, the lore tends to be my favorite part of any video game. I'm a lore nerd. And I've never been much for any type of player versus player in any video game. So, Warcraft was no exception. That being said, I fully understand that that's a reason for a lot of people like the game. So, I'm glad it will be back for people in vanilla that liked the vanilla PvP. Is everything off of cooldown? Good. Good. No mount.
From this stone flowed rivers and seas, the very lifeblood.
Time to hit up the Nighthold. In the Nighthold.
Can I assist?
Actually, where is it? The name of the server that I will be playing on in Classic is there. Many and varied will be the jokes about finding my wife, I'm sure.
They never saw it coming. Stay focused. Keep your passions in check.
Citizens must be told of the arrival of the Horde. Post bulletins throughout the city. Let the oppressed know that help is
Apparently I chose the wrong portal.
Break free of Allison's tyranny. See to it that they are suitably armed.
And raid difficulty we want. No, we don't want mythic just yet. We want normal. Absolutely squishy. I just found out today, so I wanted to let y'all know. Open up gates. I said open. Let's see if we can bypass this trash, shall we? He dropped a drop of magic. Teleport to the Night Spire. Good news, everyone! What's your good news, Elias? How did the ICC run go? Oh, it was just the quote. I thought you actually had good news. My bad.
I foresaw your coming, of course. The threads of fate that led you to this place. Your desperate attempt to stop the Legion. My people faced a similar dilemma. I peered into all possible futures in search of an answer. And found only one. The Legion's victory is inevitable. Every time stream shows it to be so. Had we resisted, they would have taken the Nightwell by force and left us bereft of it. I could not allow my people to starve, to waste away without its energy sustaining us. So a bargain was struck. Now I see a future where the Legion is victorious and my people endure. This is the thread that must be preserved. I will do everything in my power to make it so. Your death.
Well, I suppose I might as well use decent food.
Come forward then.
Just to get rid of that big block of cheese on my screen.
Your timelines end here. But a single moment. I am far less limited.
Beware.
It is, but I'm a monk. I don't appreciate that as much as, say, a priest or a paladin might. Time shifts again.
And your doom draws near.
Beware.
Time is slipping away. It's not possible. I was destined to win.
There we go.
In all the possible futures I scry, I did not foresee one in which you were victorious.
To the font of night.
Will you defeat the Legion? Will you fail? Time eddies about you in fits and starts. Nothing is certain.
Persistent, so confident. But your arrogance will be your undoing. Have you?
Come on, Gul'dan. I've already cut one raid out of my rotation tonight. I'd love to cut another out.
War chief was stuck in the belly like a helpless piglet. Will you die slowly as he did? Consumed by fell corruption and squealing for a merciful end. Your pathetic horde will fall to dust. In the end, death will inherit this world, and she will be waiting. The husk of Illidan will prove an ideal vessel for my master's glory. Sargeras will rise, and together we will watch your world burn. Let the end game begin. You will not stop the ritual. Strike for Sargeras. Burn crown with me. I'll make ashes of you. Rid me of these pests. Kill them in my master's name. The vessel must be made ready. Make ashes of you. Failed heroes. The ritual is upon us. But first, I'll indulge myself a bit and finish you. A taste of the Master's might. You'll never escape in. I will not fail you, Master. No more distractions. I have work to do. Surrender. I may yet show mercy.
Time to return the demon hunter's soul to keep pressing, champions! Gul'dan wavers! He will fall!
Well, I got 2 pieces of loot there. I didn't see what they were, but I got 2 pieces of loot. That's very unusual, so I'm... Dang it. Neither one was a mount. Curses. I'm still amazed that there's no teleport down, you know? But that's okay. I'm a monk. I'll make my own teleport. Oh, a black hand would be very nice, Midna. It would indeed.
I have many, many wares.
Tell me, lassie, would you be available to go now? Well, I'm going to teleport back to Nighthold. So that I'm like, because that should put me in the graveyard just outside the instance. So that I can go back in once we're done the Black Hand. Maybe I'll switch over to my Paladin.
Surimar's citizens must be told of the arrival of the Horde.
Into the raid I go. And then to my Paladin. In hopes that a wild Midna will be wanting to go and do Black Hand. I need that waggle luck, you know? Gotta see if we can do 2 in 1 stream. Boy, that would be legend. To do 2 in 1 stream. Then we would know, once and for all, that is the Loa the Waggle that is responsible for mount drops. I had that before, though. I did. I swear I did.
Things on our friend.
Darn hand. Quit cheeking. You're in the pit? Oh no, Midna, what are you doing in the pit? No idea what the pit is, but... Hey, Insomniac, we sure did get something. So far, we're up 1 mount. And the mount that we got is the Spawn of Horadon. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm really glad, because now I don't have to go back into the Throne of Thunder at all. I just run up and beat up Nalak and then go on to the next mount. Next time I do a mount farm and stream. That Lightforged Draenei Paladin's name is Sparkle Booty. I want to point this out. On the server Storm Rage, a champion of the Naru is a Lightforged Draenei Paladin by the name of Sparkle Booty. I have no words. I have literally no words. Hey, I always enjoy leveling new characters in Insomniac. It's one of my favorite things to do. Midna, did you see that Lightforged Draenei Paladin named Sparkle Booty? I'm blown away. Yeah, go for it, Insomniac. Well, you know. There is that. Do you need this Mark of the Blackrock? There, Midna? Because I think I might be able to trade it to you. I should be able to. Okay. Because I know I already got it. Thank you very much for the run. Much appreciated, buddy. Well, you know I'm a fan of Ural there, Punky, so... Yeah, we got more shots yet. We still got a couple of shots at getting a second mount in one stream. Okay, now I got the Beach Boys song Kokomo stuck in my head. Good night, Elias. Have a good one. I'm sorry nothing dropped for you, as well as only one thing dropping for me. The Night Spire. When I finish Farmday, I probably will go and have some supper. By the time I finish Farmday, well, I've been going for over 4 hours, so. Well, I think it's a really good idea to decide first what you want to do. Do you want to tank, heal, ranged, melee DPS? Melee DPS, you know, what you want to do, and then look at what faction you want to play from there. And then look at the choice of what classes do whatever you've chosen to do best in that faction. Mad Seasons get some really good videos on how to pick that stuff.
I foresaw your coming, of course. The threads of fate that led you to this place. Your desperate attempt to stop the Legion. My people faced a similar dilemma. I peered into all possible futures in search of an answer.
Talk. You're almost as bad as Talkie McTalkerson up in Northrend.
Victory is inevitable. Every time stream shows it to be so. Had we resisted, they would have taken the Nightwell by force and left us bereft of it. I could not allow my people to starve.
As the country song goes, what we need here is a little less talk and a lot more action. A little less talk, if you please.
This is the thread that must be preserved. I will do
Yeah, me too, Brandon. It's a neat fight. You wind up essentially killing her 3 times.
Future of the Nightborn. Come forward, then. Let us speed you towards your fate. Your timelines end here.
Nice.
I am far less limited.
Beware.
You'll find time can be quite volatile.
Well, I mean, good DPS is needed every bit as much as good healing and tanking is.
Time
I really do think I could do Mythic in here. With the gear level I've got on the deeps. It'd simply be the fights would actually be challenging.
I did not foresee one in which you were victorious.
The heroes have arrived. So persistent, so confident. But your arrogance will be your undoing. Have you forgotten your human?
It's all about practice, and really, when it comes to vanilla, it's not that tough. It really isn't.
Like a helpless piglet. Will you die slowly as he did?
It's a very different game. And with the fact that it's been out for 15 years, like it's been out and being played for 15 years, there's all the theory crafting is basically done. You can go in and you can find the exact right talents to pick, the exact right spells to cast, when to cast them. At that point, it's all about execution. So there's no guesswork. You know, I'm never having to think. You should never have to think too much about your rotation. And the amount of time you take to level, you learn all your spells. You learn when to use them and how to use them, and because it takes so much longer to level in Classic. I've said it many times. The first half of the game in Classic is leveling. And the second half is endgame content. Pests? Plural?
In my master's name, the vessel must be made ready. Make ashes.
Hey Theo, good to see you around as well.
The ritual is upon us. But first, I'll indulge myself a bit and finish you.
That was further back than I thought I was going to go.
Drink in the glorious distractions. I have work to do. Surrender. I may yet show mercy.
Time to return the demon hunter's soul to his body. And tonight, this is our world! Not the Legion! We can stop him! I know it!
4, 3, 2, 1.
He will fall!
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I just got leather leggings. Curses! Curses, I say. Trying to get a second mount in one run. Ooh, that would be... I still say that's good. That would be epic. Yes, I did Dragon Soul. I didn't get the last mount I needed out of there, unfortunately.
Deals for a friend of the Grumbles. Like you.
Unfortunately.
May your feet find good trails.
Oh, I don't know. I don't really keep track of that. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Theo. I really am. We'll be doing another one tomorrow morning, and then from there on they'll be pre-recorded. But we're gonna totally 100% that game. I think I remember where everything is, so we're doing the entire game by memory. We'll try and. Well, it's actually 16-bit. That's one up from, like, the 8-bit stuff you should see. Like, it's way, way lower than that. And honestly, it actually holds up really well, I think, still. You know, almost 30 years later. Like, because the art style is meant to be cartoony like that, it actually holds up really well. Let's go normal.
Let us put these rumors to the test. Recover their ancient lore.
Champion, our vessel requires power cores charged with the energy.
Oh, people, actually a lot of people showed up this time. I was happy with how many people showed up.
Do not hesitate to deploy them.
Yeah, nobody was talking yesterday. Theo came by and said hello, and that was about it.
That has been turned against us. Put him back in his grave.
Wait a minute, there's a world quest in here? Where is this world quest? Yep. There were people who watched the first one. Where is this reel the fading? I mean, I'd like 220 gold.
Intruders! Killing you will regain my master's favor.
I have to look this up now. Because if it's inside the raid... I see where he is. Yeah. I appreciate having you there. I don't think it was a very popular game for a lot of my audience, though, to begin with. Because when I started the stream, it said immediately there was 7 people watching. Then it said there was 1 person watching. And then after that it said nothing for a long, long time. So I just stopped looking and just pretended there were a bunch of people there and talked and did the voices and... Okay. And 3, 2, 1...
Face your doom.
That fight is a lot easier than it used to be. And supposedly, the world quest Rule the Fading is up here somewhere.
The echo of the guardian Egwin appears, just as she did in the cathedral.
I sealed each level of this temple so that no invader could descend into its depths.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go that far for that, for a world quest. I don't care if it is 220 gold.
My protective wards now bar your way. Each seal can only be opened with one of the pillars of creation. Be warned, the demons will stop at nothing to prevent your advance. I can sense one of the Legion's masters working to reanimate the avatar of Sargeras. Should kill Jaden infuse that husk with the Dark Titan's power. Do not know whether any force on this world can stop it.
Thank you.
Then we have no time to lose. Let nothing stop you. The paths are open.
I just want to get it now so I have 2 mounts drop in one stream.
Before the Legion claims the avatar.
Darn murlocs.
These fools bring the Tide Stone to us, just as our blessed queen foresaw. Slay the intruders. Take back what is ours.
I have one of them, the one that just requires you to read books. I have that. I have no desire to go through some of the stuff I've heard you have to go through to get that other one to drop, that other puzzle mount. I'm assuming this is where Ashara got the Tide Stone, but canonically speaking, she shouldn't have been able to, because I believe they were supposed to take it back to Dalaran after this. Well, no wonder Khadgar's not in BFA. He's got to be feeling pretty embarrassed about leaving that thing unguarded. Oh yeah, it makes more sense if she got it from here. I'm just saying, they were supposed to be taking it back to Dalaran.
I'll never know.
Almost fell down, went boom. You gotta love it when, you know, I'm on the 7th floor. You gotta love it when somebody's car music is so loud. It comes in through my window, and you guys can hear it on stream. It's like, I'm a good 70 feet above where you are. How is your music that loud that it's overriding my video game? So, Insomniac, you're saying one of the guards in Dalaran was actually a clone of Azshara, or an agent of Azshara? And snuck into the room where the Tidestone was being kept? Maybe. Dang it, I clipped my cyclotronic. Give me the worm! No, that's the hide of the abyssal behemoth. Curses!
From this stone flowed rivers and seas.
Let's see. Well, I'm not running Mythic Antorus or Mythic Nighthold, and I'm not doing any of the. I'm certainly not doing any of the BFA raids. Or Mythic Dungeons. I could probably actually legitimately solo some of those BFA Mythics. What I meant to do. Well, because the mount that drops from it is mythic only.
Well, friend of the Brummels.
And I can't solo mythic. And Taurus. I'm not even 100% certain I can solo heroic Tumas Argaris. And Taurus the Burning Throne is the final raid of Legion. How long we've been streaming? Ooh, only 3.5 hours. Jeepers, that went really quick. The mount for Mantaurus. Give me a second, I will look it up. It's called the Shackled Urzul. U-R-Z-U-L. Urzul. That was a very, very quick stream. Well, guys, that's pretty much all the mounts that we can farm for today. Anything else we try to get into is going to take way too long to do, so I'm going to call that a stream. I know it was a bit shorter than most of our normal mount farming streams, but we got one. Yeah, exactly, Midnight. That's pretty much the minimum. We got this beauty, this beautiful blue dinosaur. Yep. We're going to do lots of time walking tomorrow. We're going to do both Horde and Alliance sides, so we should be back. It should be early afternoon again, and first thing in the morning we're going to be doing another Legend of Zelda stream on the LP channel, and yeah, we'll have lots of fun. Alright guys, take care, have a great night. Like I said, find yourself a great book and enjoy National Book Day. Alright? Send an author a tweet letting you know you love their work. Take care, guys. Peace. Cop out.